BTN Football is brought to you by Auto Owners Insurance. In this moment, who has your back? Protect what matters most with an Auto Owners Insurance independent agent. Find yours at AutoOwnersInsurance.com. A view of the Capitol here as nighttime is upon us in Madison. And Utah State up 14-3 over the Badgers. Here's Jay Wilson with Wisconsin head coach Brett Bielema.
Brett, after a great week of practice, there was great hope that the offensive problems wouldn't be as big, but boy, It looks about the same.
You know what? Well, we're getting some things. We just got to make sure we execute. Got to protect the football. We gave away a interception. Obviously, the penalty negated it, but we got to protect the ball better in the pocket there, which ended up being 7 points.
Offensively, is the frustration so much? Are you running out of buttons to push?
Well, we just got to stay true to what we're doing. We got to keep the guys. I know up front we're not clean on third downs. We got 2nd and 1, 3rd and 1, not to come up with a first down. Just can't accept. If we got to go all 2 minutes, if we got to go through the air, we'll do whatever we got to do.
Thanks, Brett.
Danny O'Brien and Chucky Keaton, tonight's Quicken Loans quarterback comparison. And Keaton with 121 of Utah State's 129 yards.
Kind of reminds you of Michigan and Denard Robinson, you know. The thing about it, you're getting yards, you're scoring points, you're moving the chains. Who cares who's carrying the ball? He's doing a heck of a job.
One of the things in talking to Gary Anderson, you know, having played at Auburn and, you know, the big games that they have played, that, you know, he didn't really feel as though this environment would affect his team, and that has certainly been the case. Ball fumbled now, scooped back up at the 10. 15, and now knocked away and out of bounds is Devontae Glover Wright in a pickup of 17.
Well, they dropped the ball down there on the goal line, and here's an opportunity for Wisconsin. But how many times have you seen where all of a sudden you fumble the ball like that, and then you pick it up and the coverage runs right by you and you get a big play?
An experienced line up front for Chucky Keaton. Matt Wells, in his first year as offensive coordinator, mentioned to us that Midwest flavor for a team that plays out west, and you've done an excellent job protecting Chucky Keaton. Handoff, Williams trying to get to the edge, and he is brought down, and Wisconsin coming up with a loss of 4. Southward makes a stop.
Well, to be fair to the Wisconsin defense, with the exception of the wheel route to Cole Williams, they played pretty good defense against this offense.
Cameron Webb in motion. Keaton to Webb. Webb spinning. And Chris Borland right there on the stop along with Mike Taylor.
Well, that was excellent defense. You saw those red shirts going over there, and what impressed me, partner, was that their shoulders were all square. They got that receiver in a box. There's no place to go.
Trying to feed off of the defense. Taylor has 8 tackles tonight. 3rd and long. Quickly to the near side. Chuck Jacobs. Jacobs run right out of bounds at the 17-yard line. And they're able to get close to the original line of scrimmage. And the defense comes up big here for Wisconsin. 13:32 remaining in the 3rd quarter.
Well, those 3 plays by that defense effectively got this shocked Wisconsin crowd at Camp Randall back in the game.
Tyler Bennett and Kenzel Doe. End over end. And strong field position once again. Just shy of the 50-yard line. Tavares McMillan is there to down it. 33-yard punt. Monte Ball, Heisman hopeful. 59 yards, 19 carries already.
Yeah, they'd like to be a little bit more productive. He hasn't been able to break a big one. What's going to be interesting right now, Matt Canada, the offensive coordinator, does he stay with the run, or does he loosen it up?
Danny O'Brien is out. Joel Stavi, redshirt freshman, is in as a quarterback. And a flag down as ball runs off to the left side. Stavi, they're extremely high on the Greenfield, Wisconsin native.
Offense, number 72, 10-yard penalty. We will repeat, first down.
5 penalties now for 30 yards against Wisconsin. Danny O'Brien. And what did Matt Canada tell us? He said he needs to be better. And so for Danny O'Brien, he makes way for the redshirt freshman, Stavi. First down and 20. Out of the shotgun, Stavi throws it to the near side. Patterson, and not much there.
Matt, are you surprised that they made that change
No,
at quarterback?
I'm
No.
not. Are you?
Well, only because I know that they're real high on Joel Stavi, but you know, everything they said about him, he's really going to be good, but he needs time. Well, he's not getting any time right now in this game. He's got to grow up real quick.
Yeah, the offense just wasn't clicking. There wasn't much flow. And you have to make an adjustment to Wisconsin deciding to go with Stavi. Here's Ball. And Ball stacked up. And this defense for Dave Aranda in his first year. He came over from the University of Hawaii. Last year, they had so many issues with their defense. Last year, Gary Anderson took over the defense, and then he brought in Dave Aranda. He took it over so that they could get the focus that they needed, change the mentality, and they've done that. This is a defense 18th in scoring defense, 19th in the country in total D, 20th in the nation against the run. Wisconsin 2 of 9 on third. Stavi out of the pocket. Stavi on the run. Vigil right there and runs him right out of bounds.
You get him in a definite passing situation. That's what they're really good on this defense. He's got a plan, unconventional plan, where they can give simulated looks of pressure where you think you're getting one thing when you're getting another. Again, all built around playing a spread type of offense is really effective against what they're trying to do passing here.
5th punt of the night for Meyer. End over end and taken right at the 15 by Cameron Webb. And a 40-yard punt. Utah State Aggies lead in the third, 14-3 over the Badgers. Brett Bielema deciding to bring in redshirt freshman Joel Stavi, and you go back to last week against Oregon State, and a lot of things happened, Coach, that the Badgers just haven't been used to in a long time.
You're exactly right. When we saw those statistics that you're seeing on the screen right now, we could hardly believe them. And everybody, when I say everybody on Wisconsin side, especially coaches, thought it would be a lot different tonight. Might be a little better, but the score's worse.
Handoff. And Williams up to the 20-yard line. And this is the story. 10 points scored in the last 2 games. They haven't gotten off to good starts. And that's certainly been a factor. Just 3 total points in the first 3 quarters of the season. Bart Miller, just 27 years of age, a protege of Bob Bostad, the interim offensive line coach. And Williams getting outside. He's tracked down by Devin Smith. 10:28 remaining in the third. And I think you have to give a lot of credit to Gary Anderson. Coach, a huge win against Utah. And to get his team prepared for tonight with everything that's going on in Wisconsin. And that's one of the things he told us when we talked to him, was about how prideful they are. He said this is a proud program. He said, you know, they're going to be physical. They're bigger. They're stronger. Joe Hill.
They're winning that third down battle. They're able to get themselves in a third and workable situation and convert it, where Wisconsin's got there and failed.
Utah State went to a bowl game. Flags down last year. They lost to Ohio.
Full start offense, number 66, 5-yard play. It remains first down.
Fourth penalty for Utah State. And you see just a little bit of a twitch back on the heels.
Yeah, you got to think that was going to be a pass with him rolling out backwards.
Eric Schultz.
When they run the ball, he goes forward.
Went to a bowl game last year, first time in 14 years, and they lost to Ohio with 13 seconds remaining in the bowl game. Solich, former Nebraska head coach, doing an excellent job at Ohio. Chucky Keaton grinding it out, and David Gilbert brings him down.
You know, there didn't look like there was anything there. Then all of a sudden you see him coming out the other end. You talk about a slippery guy. He just gets in there. He keeps his feet going, and he's going to scratch and bite and crawl for everything he can get.
Keaton has thrown for 95 yards. He has run for 38. That was a gain of 9. Second down now for the Aggies. Up 14-3 over Wisconsin. Keaton, the ability to escape, reaching out toward the first down marker, and I think he has it. Gary Anderson, you mentioned this tonight. Gary Anderson said he has the ability to throw, he can run, and he's got the mind.
Right there, absolutely. Manage the game, know what he's doing, see that first down marker, move the chains.
Just a sophomore. A year ago, he started the first 8 games and then was injured, and Adam Kennedy came on, and Kennedy actually led them to 5 straight victories to end the season for Utah State, and their big physical back, and Robert Marshall trying to grind out a yard.
It's interesting to watch a team like this, the fast, up-pace tempo, and I'm not saying you sit on the ball, but where do you get to the place where you say, Wisconsin, they can't move the ball at all. Let's try to shrink this game, keep our defense off the field.
Second down, 2nd and 8. Keaton out of the shotgun. 4 wide receivers. Quick to the near side. Here's Webb. Webb gets up to the 45-yard line, and it's going to bring up third down as Ethan Armstrong is there to make the tackle.
Well, that's just a quick throw. That's the equivalent of what the bubble screen we talked about before, except there was no motion. You put your receiver out there, you throw the ball, you get on the perimeter, and see if they can tackle.
This is a team that is 5th in the nation in their completion rate at better than 77%. Batted in the air and incomplete. Ethan Hemer, a former walk-on, the hand in the air.
Yep. Hit him in the head. Pass was low.
Bennett. Joe is back at his 10. Races up to the 18, to the 30, 50, cuts back, across the field, 30, 20, 10, touchdown Badgers, 82 yards, Kenzel Doe. Doe, the sophomore, his first career touchdown. Kyle French, 14-10 Utah State. They've come alive here at Camp Randall.
But watch
Ken,
he catches it on the run. He makes the first guy miss, and he's off to the races. Exactly what they needed. The sophomore made a big play to get them back in the ball game.
(14-10). Utah State on top here in the third. Kenzel Doe, an 82-yard return. Wisconsin with 141 total return yards. Utah State 39. And spinning around is Glover right and brought down.
Well, watch this. He'll make the first guy miss, and more often than not, in a punt return that goes the way, that's what happens. Make the first guy miss, you got a chance.
Doe with an excellent return. And that has ignited this crowd. Will it carry over? How will Utah State respond? Up 14-10. To the near side, pass complete. Incomplete to Matt Austin. As the officials come over and say it was on the ground. So incomplete to Matt Austin.
And you see Matt Austin, he's not happy. He's telling everybody, hey, I caught that ball.
2nd and 10. 3 wide receivers, top of your screen for the Aggies. Chuck Jacobs in motion. Collision between Jacobs and Williams down the field. Broken up. And a big-time play by Southward.
You're right. That was a mix-up. They ran in the backfield, ran into each other. We're lucky they didn't get hurt.
3rd and 10. Aggies are 2 of 9 on 3rd down. From the 18. Inside pitch. DJ Tialavara. And no place to go. On the inside with Kellen Bartlett. And Bartlett able to pick up 5. The punt short by Jaron Bentrude, not Taylor Bennett. It was Bentrude, just 20 yards. Great field position for the Badgers. Utah State up 14-10. Utah State up 14-10. 3rd quarter action from Camp Randall. Next Saturday, it's a full slate of action as Ohio State and Iowa play at noon Eastern. Then the Spartans, that's where we'll beat Nebraska and Northwestern, all battle. And then we close out the night with the Gophers and the Illini, both hosting primetime matchups next Saturday on BTN. Go to btn.com/gamefinder to find the game in your area. 3rd time Wisconsin has started inside the 50. And Monte Ball on the ground, and despite starting at the 50 or better, they have yet to score.
Well, they're not going to get that good field position all night, and typically you run the ball like that, 1st down, you run for a 1st down, good blocking up front, awful good dangerous ball carrying Monte Ball, but you need consistency. That's what they haven't had.
Ball 21 carries, 74 yards. Handoff, Ball. And Ball is stopped at the 25, although they haven't scored in the Those other 3 times inside that 50 as Bojefile Moyatu is there on the stop. This time after that Doe return, just a little bit of a lift and more life with the Wisconsin Badgers.
Well, I thought that the defense, when they played well, gave enthusiasm back to this crowd, and the punt return ignited it.
Ball off the left side, and Utah State right there with Brian Sweet. They have really been stout tonight defensively.
Well, they have. You know, they gambled. They shot both linebackers to the inside. They're expecting the safety to make that play. And Brian Sweet right there, he comes up, makes a play one-on-one. Great shape.
Third and 1. Can the Badgers get it done? Paul off the right side has his first down.
He gets the first down, and I think if he picks up his feet, he's dancing in the end zone. The one thing about it, as many people as they're committing to the line of scrimmage, when you break that first line, now let's watch it. Good movement by the tight end. Here comes the fullback. Come on, jump over that guy. First down, though. Good play.
102 rushing yards for Wisconsin. At the 20. Ball bounces off. Ball wrapped up. And Zach Vigil and McCade Brady have been superb tonight for Dave Aranda, the defensive coordinator for the Aggies. Big time games.
And Matt, Utah State isn't used to seeing offenses like this. That's what makes it even more impressive.
An excellent point, playing in the WAC, everything more spread. Ball with a huge hole. Ball, touchdown Wisconsin. 17-yard gain, longest of the season. Second touchdown of the year for Monte Ball. And the extra point is blocked, and Wisconsin by 2. 16-14, 3:06 to go in the third.
There's the snap. There's the hole. It just kicked low right over the middle. They got some penetration, but heck, that would have hit him in the head.
Badgers up by 2.
You know, the first time all night I can say this, that touchdown run by Monte Ball, he's a great back, but I want to just tell you something. When I look at this right here, even you could have ran that in the end zone. Even you.
Well, those are the sort of holes that you're used to seeing from the Badgers.
Exactly.
Piakela was the one with the blocked extra point.
Free kick out of bounds. Ball will be placed at the 35-yard line.
So Utah State down by 2, 16-14. Ball 26 carries, 105 yards. And the Speedway scoring drive. 6 plays, 42 yards, 3 minutes and 3 seconds. Ball a 17-yard touchdown run. Chucky Keaton. Keaton spinning. Keaton wrapped up and brought down by David Gilbert and Chris Borland there.
You want to talk about controlling the line of scrimmage. That defensive front of Wisconsin just poured through that Utah State offensive line. That defensive line's coming off the ball like Bielema wants his offensive line to come off the ball.
Gilbert, his first sack of the season. 2nd down and 12. Handoff. Williams. Big haul off the left side as he gets to the edge. And right up to the 45-yard line. And it's going to bring up 3rd down and short. Right up to the line of scrimmage. Handoff. And Williams has a 1st down. And Utah State coming right back at the Badgers.
You always talk about that in football. If one team does something good, you've got to counter, and that's exactly what Utah State's trying to do right now.
Keaton. And Michael Trotter right there to break it up. Pass intended for Kellen Bartlett. And Trotter playing for Shelton Johnson, who broke his arm last week at Oregon State. Had surgery on Sunday. They expect him to return in 6 weeks. Senior captain, Shelton Johnson. 2nd and 10. From the 46. Keaton. To the near side. And the pass dropped by Travis Van Lowen. Keaton, 6 straight incompletions. It's going to be 3rd and 10.
Well, you know, that was just a pass, a control pass that was wide open, a gimme pass that would put him in a 3rd and workable situation, but that ball was thrown off the money.
Pump fake to Marshall. Here's Williams underneath. And Williams into Badger territory. Southward comes in and makes a stop.
One of the things that Utah State has really impressed me tonight is their ball faking. So many times starts with one thing and comes something else, but they do such a good of faking, they can get your attention. If you're a defender and you got your eyes the wrong place, you're going to get in trouble. They're a well-coached team.
Chucky Keaton really sells it. A fake. A fake. And it's stopped. B.J. Larson.
Well, here we go. We got the fake punt. It doesn't work. Wisconsin does a great job at staying home. Even though it didn't work, I thought it was a great call by Gary Anderson. The momentum has changed in this game, and now he's got to put his defense back on the field. He's trying to keep them off at any cost.
Ethan Armstrong with the tackle. Stavi. Handoff straight ahead. Ball grinding it out. Jake Dowdy with the tackle. And of course, the jump around. And we talked to Gary Anderson, the head coach of Utah State, about the jump around. He said, you know what, we probably have a couple of players, including Chuck Jacobs, who probably would jump around with him. 2nd down. Ball straight ahead, and once again, Brady comes in and makes the stop. His 7th tackle for Brady.
If you appreciate good fundamental football, you have got to appreciate how Utah State has tackled tonight.
At the end of 3 quarters, Wisconsin up 16-14. We'll be back for Jump Around. Chris Borland. And the Badgers up by 2. Fourth quarter coming up.